everyone, welcome back to another episode of Women Community Den Talk. Today we have a special guest. We have Dr. Elizabeth Nobles.
Hello everyone.
Hi.
Thanks for having me.
I appreciate you coming on our show. So Dr. Elizabeth, can you tell us a little bit about your credentials in Eastern herbal medicine?
Sure. I became a licensed acupuncture physician in the state of Florida in January of 2012. So I graduated from my school here in Gainesville at Dragon Rises College of Oriental Medicine at the end of 2011. So almost 10 years.
Wow, that's a long time to be in the field.
Getting better and better all the time.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about your journey to becoming a doctor of Oriental medicine.
Well, I was always interested in working in the medical field, and I really wanted to work in a way that I could treat somebody holistically with diet, exercise, more lifestyle knowledge to share so that people can, so I can really help people on a whole. So I really wanted to practice Ayurveda, which is the science of life in India, but I noticed at the time that it didn't seem like there was any real kind of university I could go to that would offer me a license. Like I really wanted to be licensed, like legitimately licensed, so that I could treat and diagnose people. So it seemed like acupuncture was the best thing to do. And I didn't think I was going to after I graduated from my undergrad. Right. I didn't really think about it until maybe a couple years later. And I found out about a Chinese doctor out in California who was treating people from all around the world who would come to see him that had things like cancer and different issues. So I thought that was a very powerful medicine. So, and I love herbology. I'm definitely way more interested in herbal medicine, and there's a large aspect of Chinese medicine that involves herbal medicine. So that is also a draw for sure.
Right. I love that. I love that there's alternative to just like the pharma medication that you pay thousands and thousands of dollars for, that just only treats symptoms. It doesn't really treat the root cause of your problems. And I love that Eastern medicine does that. That's
right.
Yeah,
it's very important. I mean, I particularly decided on Dragon Rises College because my friend's teacher, who is an acupuncturist, recommended it, even though he never went there. And I understood for one of the main ways that they taught, things that they would teach us about diagnostics. And so I think that's the most important thing in medicine, is to really be able to determine a diagnosis for somebody.
The root cause of what the problem is, not just treating the symptoms that most Western medicine does. Yeah.
They do what they can.
Yeah. So Western doctors describe polycystic ovarian syndrome as a hormonal imbalance that affects a woman's insulin sensitivity, menstrual cycles, and like for me, it creates numerous small collections of fluid-filled, follicles they would call in my ovaries. How would you, as an Eastern doctor, describe PCOS?
Well, one of the foundational symptomology features of PCOS is that those follicles may become numerous, but they don't become mature. They remain immature. And so in terms of growth and development, the kidneys are very important. They play a very big role for us to have that proper growth and development. So there would be a kidney aspect. Generally, there's a deficiency in that. In some cases with PCOS, there are larger masses that come out of those follicles becoming more palpable for some people. And in that case, that tends to be more of an excess pattern, which involves like phlegm stagnation. So it's really important to know what is that root cause that's going on with a person so that it could be treated properly.
Right. And I think from our discussion, I think you determined it was more of like a kidney deficiency I may have. That's
Mm-hmm.
probably
Yeah,
the cause of my PCOS and just, you know,
that's other symptoms.
yeah, and the other symptoms we talked about stagnation of blood and that some of the medication, the Crampbark Plus and the I can't pronounce that one, the juice thing jing I can't get that one.
Well, BU means tonify,
Right.
and XUE is blood,
Hmm.
and the TIAO means regulate, and the JING means it's one of the three treasures. It's Jing, it's the essence.
That's it.
And in terms of for a female, the essence is especially found in menstrual blood.
Right.
So Bu Shui Tiao, I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Bu Shui Tiao Jing Huan
It's definitely a mouth.
is sounds like it could be a song.
Yeah.
And, it translates in Chinese. The pinyin is tonify, blood, regulate, jing, or menstruation.
Right.
So it particularly regulates menstruation, which is a formula. Like to regulate menstruation would go along with the Crampbark because
Right.
they complement each other in that way.
And a big thing about having PCOS is that you have irregular periods. So being able to take like herbal medication to help regulate that as opposed to
Exactly.
being a birth control or, you know, metformin, I think one doctor tried to get me on, or,
Oh, wow.
you know, so many other things that also leads to deficiency in other organs in your body. So I'm
Wow.
so happy and very excited to try the Crampbark and the other one the next couple of cycles, and you know, we'll see if it regulates, but I'm pretty sure it will. I mean, the Crampbark worked good so far, the 2 days I've taken it, so I'm pretty excited about the rest of it. As part of my diagnosis, you asked for a picture of my tongue.
Yeah.
Which is very unusual because obviously in Western medicine they don't do that. What exactly are you looking for when you look at the tongue?
So the tongue is considered a microcosm of the whole body.
Okay.
For example, somebody might think of that as the foot with reflexology, or the ear also is another microcosm of the whole.
Okay.
So as a microcosm, the tongue represents the body.
Okay.
So depending on what kind of display that the tongue has, you can find a lot of things. So I'm looking at the tongue color, the tongue coat, the shape of the tongue, the size, if it's quivering, or just various like certain characteristics.
It's so interesting. Like, I don't know. It's all interesting to me.
It's very interesting. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
another reason why I
I'm
like
pretty
it.
sure
'Cause
there's a lot more information you can give us about that, but that it was a pretty good explanation of that.
thank you.
Thanks. So also for my painful periods, you recommended Crampbark Plus. Can you
Yep.
tell me about the ingredients and how it works in alleviating my cramps? So I also have mine here. She also
Awesome.
takes it for her
I
monthly.
do.
Yeah.
So I know that it's
Got it.
helpful for me. I knew about the original formula, Tongjing Wan, which is the classical patented formula the Crampbark Health Concerns, the company, they make products that are modernized, contemporary, oftentimes mixed Eastern and Western herbs. So this one in particular is modernized because it has the addition of Crampbark, which is an herb that's oftentimes used in Western medicine, Western herbology.
Okay.
That one in particular is helpful for nourishing blood, helping regulate emotions like some like certain PMS symptoms, helps with pain, and
Wow, it is an actual bark. I'm looking at the ingredients and it says cramp.
yeah,
Huh.
yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it helps support the kidneys too. It has herbs in it that help with helping tendons and ligaments, strengthening bones. So it's moving. It's very strongly moving of blood, which helps facilitate the stagnation that can accumulate to get released. And also it has some blood tonics in it, so it helps to support it. It is a very strong formula, so it's generally recommended to take in conjunction with a menstrual regulating formula, and that's why I suggested the Bourgeois Chao Ching one. And Bourgeois Chao, nice. Yeah, this one is like particularly, it's actually like the Bourgeois, Bu means tonify, Jue means blood, the Tiao means regulate, and Jing means, yeah, they translate it as menstruation, but Jing is really essence. Everybody has essence. Guys have essence, girls have essence, but they call it Jing for menstruation because the essence in a woman is in her menstrual blood. So when you're menstruating, you're literally like leaking your essence, which, I mean, we do it for a reason. It's part of our life reproduction cycle thing, but it can be very draining, you know, because you want to like replenish it. So eating foods that are high in iron, making sure that you have enough, you know, sustenance and nourishment.
Right.
And the herbs, this formula in particular works in conjunction with the Crampbark to help in this case, these two go really well together because one, the Bourgeois Chao Ching one helps to support the body, while the Crampbark helps to like move all the excess, kind of like stagnation, chi and blood stagnation.
And I've heard that word a lot during my research of PCOS. You know, Eastern medicine always says like people who have PCOS usually have stagnant blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's
I think, yeah, well, PCOS is kind of considered like an excess condition because if somebody has like the phlegm stagnation, that's like the excess, but in some cases it's more deficient. So blood stagnation in this case you can see through like clotty menstrual cycles. Yeah, so if you have menstrual clots, then moving blood is helpful to get those clots going.
Right. Okay. Interesting. I'm very excited to try these two this cycle. I tried a little bit of Crampbark. I actually mentioned it in my last video that actually helped my spotting at the end of my period. It actually reduced it from 6 days to 2 days. So I'm very excited to try this combination for this next cycle, and I'm definitely going to be doing a review video on this. So, you know, if anyone is interested, they can definitely look into getting these from Elizabeth, Dr. Elizabeth. So our next question is, I also have lower back pain. I've always had sciatica pain, about 20 years now. I was in a pretty bad car accident 20 years ago. And ever since then, I've been having a lot of lower back pain, and usually it's closer to when I'm menstruating. You know, it starts before I menstruate. And you recommended this backbone, which I've actually started taking, and it's been helping a lot. It's definitely helped ease the pain. So tell me a little bit about the backbone.
So the backbone is also a modernized formula made by Health Concerns, and under their description of Crampbark, they recommend, well, Health Concerns will recommend certain formulas to take in conjunction with certain formulas. So Health Concerns recommends people with certain symptoms and conditions to take backbone with the Crampbark because, and it worked out perfectly because one of the main symptoms to treat and conditions to treat with backbone is the sciatica and the lower back pain. So backbone is very helpful for the kidneys. It helps to strengthen the kidneys and to strengthen the tendons and ligaments and even bone. It can help with stopping pain and regulating chi in the area to help with blood flow.
Right. So it all comes back to blood flow, you know, trying to eliminate the stagnation, trying to tonify the kidneys, and these all kind of go together. Yeah, that's a beautiful combination for you. In my instance, right. And this was Dr. Elizabeth's recommendation after she did my consultation. This is what she recommended. So I'm very, very excited. Backbone's definitely working. Very excited to continue using this. Like I said, I'm going to be doing some follow-up videos on this. And also for our viewers out there, Dr. Elizabeth is actually offering a 20-minute free consultation to anyone who's interested. And I'll leave the information in the description below, so you can definitely reach out to her and try to get your free consultation and see, you know, what she can recommend for your ailments, you know, whether it's PCOS or anything else. You know, definitely reach out to her. I really appreciate you doing this interview today, Dr. Elizabeth.
I appreciate you too.
Yes, and I look forward to doing more videos with you. Definitely a follow-up on this, see how it's working. And yeah, that's it. Definitely, guys, you need to like follow Dr. Elizabeth here. She's going to be coming out with some great blogs about different ailments and different treatments. I'll definitely try to share that information once we have it go live. And yeah, try this.
If you folks are interested in learning more and like what you'll see with Women's Den, please like and subscribe to this channel.
Thank you.
This YouTube channel. You're very welcome.